Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanding Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Folks, it's time to talk about more X-wing Rogue Squadron comic books. We're going to go through issues 13 through 16 now, and they were written by Michael Stackpole and this time Scott Tolson. Now in this story arc, which I think is called the Warrior Princess, the Rogue Squadron finds one of their members, don't know how to pronounce her name, but she discovers she is a princess when ambassadors or people from her home world come and say, hey, you're a princess and we need you to come back to our home planet and rule. And of course she's deciding whether she wants to do it. She eventually decides to rule, and of course Rogue Squadron comes with her, and in the last one or two issues they have to help her quell an uprising that's going on the planet. And this is where, and I've been talking good about the series so far, and this is where I think the series takes a step down, and it's a big step down for me, and I'll tell you why. None of the other characters are interesting in Rogue Squadron. None of them to me are. At this point, I enjoy, you like Wes and Tycho, you like Wedge because you know them, but everyone else, all the other characters, are just faceless. They're just nameless. I couldn't remember half of them. In fact, when I went through this, I could not remember what they looked like or what they were. Well, that's a lie. I didn't remember what a few of them looked like. I just couldn't remember their names. But the thing is, though, man, you talk to me about the X-wing Rogue Squadron books. Each one of those people, even there are people that died very quickly in those books that I honestly got attached to quick after a few chapters. Like, okay, I like this person. Oh, they're dead. But in the comic book, it's like, yeah, here's a character we've been showing you, but they really haven't had that much of a personality, or if they do, it's kind of just run of the mill and you don't really care about them. So look what happened. They're a princess. Whoa. And the whole hidden princess I didn't know thing, I feel had been overdone even at the time. I felt that was an overdone story. I don't know who you point the blame to since there's two authors here, but it just did not seem as interesting as all the previous story arcs that had happened. But that's mainly because a lot of the characters, the side characters in Rogue Squadron, are not interesting. They're really boring, which shocks me because Stackpole, on top of being a great author, can make great characters. He can make you appreciate any character, even villains. Like I said, Hosk, the guy with the limpet on his face. Great villain, memorable villain. I'll remember him. I'll never forget him. But with a lot of the people in Rogue Squadron, in the comic books, I don't really care about them. Now maybe this is because in the comic book world, it takes you a little while. It takes you a couple of issues. But remember, folks, they'd already been going strong for a year at this point. We should have at least been attached to some of the side characters. But in my opinion, none of them were interesting to me. That's why when she finds out she's a princess, like, oh, okay, so now she's gone, all right. You don't really care. And I think that's a real big problem you have there. If you don't care about the main, and the story revolves around her. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. That's probably another reason I don't like her. But the thing is, though, who cares? The whole time I was reading that arc when it first came out, I was like, I don't really care about this person. I mean, okay, Rogue Squadron's going to help her out, but to be honest, I won't miss her. Check, move on to the next person. I don't know, that's just me. Anyway, folks, that's all the time I have for now. See you next time with another video.